Hello. So for my research project, I chose to research the JFK assassination conspiracy theories because I find them extremely interesting, and I think it's crazy that the Warren Commission ruled out that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone because there are so many conflicting statements, and I wanted to do my own research and look into more of the conspiracy theories. So on that day that JFK was assassinated. Him and his wife were in Dallas as a part of a campaign stop. And when they got there, they got into a convertible along with Governor John Connally and his wife. And there were spectators on each side as they were driving down the street. And as they passed the Texas School Book Depository, three shots were fired and Kennedy was hit. He was immediately rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. And Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested 70 minutes after the shooting at a nearby movie theater. And he was charged with the death of JFK, but he claims that he was innocent and being set up. And Lee Harvey Oswald was actually shot by a man named Jack Ruby just 2 days after the assassination. And Jack Ruby claims to have killed Oswald out of anger. So the Warren Commission ruled that one magic bullet did all the damage, and this one magic bullet traveled a total of 189 feet and made 7 wounds, which is just crazy to me. And three shots were fired in the matter of 6.3 seconds, and supposedly the gun that Oswald was using was not very accurate, and professional gunmen have tried to recreate this, and they are not able to do so. And on this day, normal security protocol was not followed, which is really weird because normally security is in a wedge around the president, but on this day they were not. And there were over 20,000 windows looking the route, and none of them were inspected or anything. And on that day, there were people that had seen gunshots come from the grassy knoll. There were over 40 witnesses that said that, and there were policemen that had claimed to smell gunpowder fire by the grassy knoll. And all the doctors that were working on JFK that day had claimed that his head was blown out from the back, which would indicate a shot coming from the front. But the Warren Commission had ruled that he was shot from the back, and there's missing evidence, notes, and photos from the autopsy. So I actually researched I think four different conspiracy theories. So my first one was that the mob did it, and Jack Ruby actually had ties with the mob, and JFK had ties with the Chicago mob, and he was going to testify a role in a CIA assassination plot. And the CIA might seem far-fetched that they would do this, but they had a tense relationship with Kennedy because of his military action, and JFK refused to provide air support for the Bay of Pigs invasion. Three is that Cuba had the president assassinated because maybe Castro wanted to get back at JFK for the Bay of Pigs invasion. And it was well known that the Kennedy administration wanted Castro dead. And what I believe to be the most true is that Lyndon B. Johnson did it because JFK wanted to get rid of Lyndon B. Johnson in the next presidential election and get a new vice president. And the night before the assassination, Johnson had said, "After tomorrow, those Kennedys will never embarrass me again. That's not a threat, that's a promise." And apparently, before the first shot was even fired, Johnson was seen ducking, and there's even photographic proof. So I think that with all this conflicting evidence and statements, I do not believe Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. And I personally believe that Lyndon B. Johnson had the strongest motive as to why he would want him gone. And I think that it's so weird that he had said that the night before to his mistress and was ducking before the shooting had even occurred. And he knew that JFK would not be wanting him back in the next election as his vice president. So he definitely had a couple motives there, but Lee Harvey Oswald did not have any motives as to why he would want JFK killed. And there were so many other people that did. So it just makes you wonder what really happened. Thank you.